I don't shoot enough videos. No, really. It's been 2 months since I've shot my last video. That's how busy I am. I mean, I ain't complaining, but I run 2 organizations. I'm a daddy and I'm a husband first and foremost. And actually above all that, worshiper of Jesus Christ. So I would say my time to do stuff right now in this season in life is like zero time. So 2 months ago, I shot a video that I had not released, and I hadn't released it just because I've been so darn busy. But let's make lemonade from lemons, right? The problem is the solution. So I'm gonna shoot this video, get it edited, and then I'm gonna release the one where it's the day before spring, literally the day before I release this one, so you can see pretty much the same footage. So let's go take that same little tour around our School of Permaculture suburban site. So behind me, you can see first we're at the northwest corner of the property. Did a little pan around here. Look at all these flowers, right? So hopefully come in here pretty soon doing a lot of other videos, because the suburban site right now is one floral extravaganza. If I had a drone, this would be a perfect shot, but I don't. So in any case, you know, we've got support species happening here. We've got a lot of them in, but maybe 5 or 6 have really taken off. But we'll wait for some other videos on that. For right now, let's go back to this guy right here, Mulberry. So after 2 months, I mean, you can see, look at that mulberry hanging on right there. I actually don't like the really dark mulberries. And I don't even know how I can make a judgment call if I like them or not, because it's not like I get to eat any. These things come into harvest, and I've got 2 literal mulberry monsters. Now you'd think it'd be the 4-legged creatures, but it's the 2-legged female creatures that live within this dwelling that eat all of the mulberries. But if I did have a choice, the black ones wouldn't be where I would preferably go. I like them just a little, like right before they're really black. This is a Morris rubra, wild cultivation out of the back end of a bird, and you get a little bit more tartness. Let's see if I can find one so you can see the color difference. You can see some different stages of ripeness here. That's really sweet. That's gonna be really like just exotically sweet. And then we've got the least ripe, which is here, and then about this color. So even that's probably getting a little too sweet for me. This is really the color I'm going for here. We were just right there checking out the mulberry, swinging around. Got 1 mandala, 2 mandalas. Let's go in here and see what's growing. Corn! And I'm not just talking about this video either. Actually, that's a tassel. It's like a flower. It's the plant letting you know it's about to fertilize. But you know, some people are saying, hey, why would you grow corn? Or something like right next to the corn, we've got this bed of wheat, emmer wheat. Yeah, see that some of the berries, some of the heads right there. Very good question, and that can be answered because, like I mentioned in the end of the last video, when we're working with a permaculture system in the temperate climate, we definitely want to be growing stuff that we can store over winter if you can't grow anything during winter. And by doing so, you're able to homestead appropriately and effectively as long as you store those crops. And not everybody has the infrastructure of an all-year greenhouse. As we turn this way, we've got a nice little bed of peppers coming in, and let's get a little closer right here. If you look like really close, and we'll look really close, I literally just put this razzmatazz grape in, and if you look, it is loaded down with grapes. I mean, well, look at this. Look at those grapes, man. From the peppers and grapes, roll around. I mean, let's just stop here for a second. If I zoom in, it's like we're looking at a jungle scene. We've added the stumps to the keyhole beds, and you can see here the beautiful Kennebec potato flowers. So that whole bed is going to be harvested here pretty soon, and the potatoes are doing really well. You know, a lot of people are like, hey, you got to get them in at a certain time. Both of the last years we put them in after April 1st, and in our region that's usually a no-go, but as you can see, they're doing well. Man, those potato flowers are gorgeous. Keep rolling around. I got a nice bed and a half. Here's the other half of it, of cabbages. You know, hopefully pretty soon these guys will get rolling out. If you can see real close, see if I can catch him in there. You can see his little counterpart, the yellow jacket. All right, so you see this one got eaten up with holes, some cabbage looper. But that ecosystem keeps those yellow jackets and other wasps in here that keep them at bay and allow these to grow. So hopefully these get going at their end of their cycle, produce some fruit for us, or cabbage for us pretty soon, because it's getting pretty hot. Swing around back in this part of the bed, a little bit more cabbage here. We got some chard going, tansy in the back there, and we got some onions. Looky, outdoor classroom has really come together. And zoom in here. Oh, a little further up. All the world's problems can be solved in a garden. Jeff Lawton. Very happy about this. Tree stump stools, using pallets, reclaimed materials. Shout out Jennifer Roschmeyer. Way to go. Don't. Now honestly, I should have shot this video a couple days ago. We just took out a bunch of brassicas over here, some of the kale that was over here. This, you know, getting a little past its time, and when things get past their time here in the sun, and they start getting, you know, sometimes they get a little bugs on them. Harlequins. I wish I knew what variety. Yeah, see, there's one right there. Some of them are blue and gold, and this one's red. Anyway, he's loving the seed pods that these kale put out. By the way, this kale is a Siberian kale. The kale over there, which most of it I took out, is the red Russian. Major difference in flavor. Highly recommend Siberian kale. Seriously. How are we doing over here? Well, that's a good question. Where are my apples? So where are they at? Right there. We're about that big on apple production right now. Still got a ways to go. Didn't get a huge crop of apples on the tree this year. Got a really nice crop last year. If we look this way, we'll get back to the food forest in just a second. But in the same direction, you know, you can still see patch of corn over here doing well. Testing out really close spacing so far, doing nice. You can see some of the tassels coming out here. So doing good. Really love the soil back here. Got some garlic going. Got onions in this bed. We're probably about to transplant some tomatoes over here. See if we can get some fall production. Took out most of our beets that were in the ground there. Let's continue to move forward. Here's the beet bed. Let's move over a little bit. So this is a new element of the suburban site. So I don't know if that's a male or a female. And then right behind him or her, if you look back there, right there is another. Oh no, it's right now. Sorry about that. It's right above the chair. So that's either the male or female of the Hearty Kiwi. So we're trialing those, and I tell you, I put these in just at the same time with the grape, and already coming up this trellis. So I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes with those Hearty Kiwi. And if we swing around, remember this Goji Berry, this embarrassment of Goji. I can definitively tell you, the darker red they are, the sweeter they are. And they actually taste really good. My baby girl will like them when they're that sweet. Highly recommend growing some goji. So I couldn't resist showing you guys. We've got garlic all over the place, but we've got this elephant garlic, and if you saw when I panned up at the flowers, oh, look at these two guys. They love each other. How can I ever harvest them now? You know, I bet you if I do harvest the seeds from those, they'll be super sweet seeds later, if we're able to grow some elephant garlic from there. And they'll just, you know, you eat them and you just feel, you feel like loving. Awesome. Swing around from these elephant garlics, and on this other side of the trellis, this year, oh my goodness, we have got bumper crop boysenberries and loganberries, and ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let me tell you, the loganberries and boysenberries are phenomenal. If you like blackberries and if you like raspberries, these are basically a cross of those, and wow, they're really, really good. Matter of fact, hold on a second. Yeah, sorry about that. That's just delicious. Swinging around. I'll just let you guess what those are. A lot of flowers in the alliums right now. And let's just check out some of the food forest. Now I will have to tell you, my elbow's banged up, so it's going to be difficult for me to walk in there with the camera. But let's just talk it through here. So we got the jujube in, right? Jujube's doing well. It's going to have a bumper crop. Almost every year jujubes have bumper crops. And I've let a boysenberry just cane and almost vine up this tree. It's almost halfway. And if I could zoom in, you can see it looks like, if you look close, it looks like the jujube is fruiting brambles. That's not the case though. As we move around, you can see we've got other things going on. We've got pawpaws in, persimmons, got stone fruits, apricots, bumper crop of apricots this year, but I think the birds actually got most of them while they weren't ripe. Behind that, we've got peaches. We'll actually go take a look at that. We do got a bumper crop of peaches, and we got plums, got a loquat in, pineapple, guava, fig. We got a dwarf mulberry. But I tell you, that one on the corner of the house in the front that I was telling you, that does a really good job. And the berries are not that small. I'm thinking about, because I know it's not a cultivar, I'm thinking about just making my own variety from it. Next to that dwarfing mulberry, I know it's hard to see, but we've got an elderberry that I literally probably put that thing in the ground 3 years ago thinking it died, and all of a sudden it just came up, and it's actually got little fruit on it. See if I can get over there. Oh, here we go. Now you can kind of see, if you look back at the jujube, and yeah, kind of right over in that area right over there. Silliness. Peaches. Millions of peaches. Peaches for me. Millions of peaches. Peaches for free. Millions of peaches. Peaches for me. So, nice little tour. 2 months after the first day of spring. 2 months and a few days. And man, we're excited with the growth. Big berry year this year, so having lots of fun. Can't wait to get chickens if Plano will ever allow us. We'd even redesign. It'd be nuts. Yeah, that awesome. Anyway, gonna make some more videos. I'll see you later.